Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Nats and this is Natured Ways, which is just what I call my art side of things. Someone asked me to go over how I do my backgrounds for my mixed media stuff, for my collages, for whatever. So I thought I could take you along and show you a couple ways that I do my backgrounds. For one, I love to use paint. I use gouache, I use acrylic, I use watercolor. I have a bunch of paint here next to me. So one of my favorite things is, let's see, what are we gonna use? Shall we keep it spooky? Put some orange on there. Now, I don't overthink things, I just go. Let's see, orange, maybe some black. I miss when, maybe it was not at Dollar Tree that sold these, but maybe it was a different dollar store. I missed it when they sold good paints. And maybe some red. This is neon red, one of the new paints I got. I think that's enough paint. Alright, and then I'm gonna get my little scrapey tool. You can use whatever you want. I tend to use just a credit card, an old credit card, but I recently got these tools from Dollar Tree. And I'm just gonna scrape. Now you can scrape less, you can scrape more, you can scrape in all directions that you want. I try and get the paint to not be like bunched up. I'll wipe this off. My paint wipe off thing is getting just rock hard. And I'm just gonna let that dry. And get my little kitties out, my little helper kitties. They're gonna hold this page down for me on either side. Try not to get covered in paint here. Good enough. I'll grab my favorite watercolor paints. My Kuretake paints. Beautiful, gorgeous, amazing colors. Just absolutely stunning. Get my water. Get my favorite brush. My favorite round brush. I'm actually gonna take this big flat brush. And what should we do? We got a lot of black, we got reds, we got oranges. So we keep up with the red theme. Maybe a cadmium. I actually lost my water spray bottle. I'll find it again. But I like to spray my watercolors usually to get them going. I'm just gonna go for it. You know, there's no wrong way here. It's a background. Now I hardly ever use more than 2 colors. And I tend to keep them in the same family. And, you know, not overthink where the heck I'm putting them. What else should we put in here? Should we do black? I haven't used the black at all, I think. Not too much. Not too much. Somewhere with a little liquid so it like pulls around because I love the bleeds that are happening right now. Alright, now I'm just gonna dry these off and I'll be right back. Alright, I apologize for being out of frame a little bit. It's so much you have to think about when filming a YouTube video. I kind of forget sometimes. This looks a little too dark for my liking. I have this pink paint here that I mixed recently. Okay. I'm glad it stayed liquid. And where is my little scrape tool? There it is. Let's add some pink. Now I have found it dries much clearer, less opaque than when it goes on. So let's have a look after I dry this again. A little takeout sauce bottle. Sheesh. It's still a little bit wet. You can see it's kind of reflecting light on some places. But I think that will do. It looks a mess, because it is. But hey, even if it turns out something that, you know, you don't like at all, I think this is kind of funky. This is cool. I can do something with this. But if you don't like it, you can just cover it up, right? With whatever you have. You could even glue the next page to it, right? It could just be over. No one has to see it. You don't have to look at it. You don't have to keep it. Something else I had a lot of fun with recently is I got some Crayola supertips. So ideally you want to use something a little bit bigger than this piece of plastic, but this will do. So I'm gonna take pink and green and a yellow. I think this will be a nice color palette. These are my favorite colors. This is my next favorite colors. So together they will make a dream team. Now if you watch Possum Patty, like I do every day religiously, you have already seen this. And I felt so inspired, and when I saw them in the store, I gotta be careful not to get the pink and the green too close together, and maybe have some yellow in between, because they turn into a funky color. But I saw them in the store and I had to have them because it looked like a lot of fun. Now my plastic has a little hole here. It's fine. And I like to get it quite decently wet. And then I'm gonna flip it around and squish it all on there. See, this is what I mean, where it gets a little, it's getting a little brown, a little mucky, a little olivey. But we love them. We love all the colors. Isn't that so dang fun? Oh. I could do this all day. Just scribble it on there. Not even thinking about it. Now you could use less water. And then it comes out more like the streaks you colored on there, you see? It doesn't turn into the watercolor blob, it would just be more of the lines. I think both are really fun. Usually I prefer more this kind. Should we do one more here on the bottom? I'm not even gonna clean it. Well, I think this is a lot of fun because you don't know what it's gonna look like. And that's just part of watercolors for me. You never really know what it's gonna look like. Relinquishing control, I think, is what I'm trying to say here. I got this one almost. There we go. I feel like I have control issues, and it's good to keep those in check, right? We don't have control over anything in our lives. Well, that's not true. We got control over some things, right? But a lot of things are out of our control. And for me, it helps to remember that and to be okay with stuff I cannot control more. You know what I mean? So here we got a page. See how quick that was? All of this took like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It would take less if I wasn't filming. And then the last one that I wanted to show you was using stickers or anything else that you like, and then using that as your color scheme inspo. For example, I love these pink mushrooms I got, so I could put those on the page. Maybe you like more like this, you could put that on the page. Lots of, these are all mushrooms. Again, from my neighbor Christy. She's the best. I love her. She is extremely generous person. She always thinks about me. And she always shares everything that she gets. So I got a bunch of these. And I love to just put my favorite stickers in the front pocket of my journals that I add. And then when I feel like I want to do something creative, but I don't have a whole lot of stamina to make something, I can just take my favorite stickers and use them. Stick them all over my journal as far ahead or random or however you want. And then when you get to that page, you can use that as inspo, or you can just stick them on and then start putting paint around them, or like me, don't stick them on. Put paint on them and then stick them on when they're dry. Okay, my phone keeps turning off my video. So let's do one more page of things I love to do. If you have a bunch of markers like I do, I will be using all of my highlighters. Yeah, these are just my highlighters. And what I love to do is, in my head, I call it highlighter patchwork. It's not really, but you just make random spots. And then you swap color and you do it again. And you continue that on until the entire page is full. What other color shall we use? Light green? maybe a purple. I want some green here actually. I like to change directions between colors, but I don't always fuss over that, you know. Oh, look what I did. I just cut the whole tip off with my paper. Can you believe it? What kind of green is this? No. This pink is a little different. Is it different enough? Is it different enough? I'll say that's different enough. What do you think? Would you have chosen a different color? Some light blue to fill in the spots. Of course you can go over, you don't have to go in between. I think it's more fun this way. Do what you think is more fun and maybe share with the rest of the world. Because I think we need more artists on YouTube. And I can say this now because here I am, putting myself out there. I said putting myself out there for all to see and to judge. I think my storage might be full. So this is the end of it. I did some of my leaves while I was chatting. But I wanted to thank you so much for joining me. If you ever considered to join YouTube and share your art, I highly encourage you do so, because it's been an incredible experience here with other artists. Everyone is so kind and supportive. So these are just 4 ways that I do my background. There will probably be another installment, because this is not the only way I do my backgrounds. But thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in a future video, I hope. Take good care, have a lovely week full of creative adventures, and take care. Bye!